Welcome back to Hot Water Wrestling, everybody, and I am here with my Extreme Rules 2012 pay-per-view predictions. It's Thursday, so there might be a change or two, but the most interesting matches, the main body of the pay-per-view is pretty much put together, so that's good enough for me to do my predictions here. So I see that Santino Marella will be facing The Miz for the United States Championship. I'm going to have to say that Miz is going to come out ahead on this one. Santino's had that title for a while, and it would be right in line with what's going on in WWE to put the belt back on The Miz. It would be good for The Miz, and he's someone who should have some gold and be in some sort of title picture, and this will be good for him, as a holding spot until he can get back in the main event picture. Right now, of course, that's very crowded with legendary superstars such as The Rock and Brock Lesnar and such. So, anyhow, next match is The Big Show versus Cody Rhodes. What I'm looking at here, they haven't exactly announced the stipulation for this match, so forgive me if it's already been announced. But I'm going to have to say, oh crap, maybe Big Show will go over again here. I hate to see this feud continuing. There's much better programs that Cody Rhodes could be working, of course. He's one of the up-and-coming workers in the industry, and, I'm hoping he'll be a WWE champion one day, and I consider him to be among the Miz's, the Dolph Ziggler's. Cody Rhodes is right there with those guys. I expect him to be a part of the future of the company. Hopefully this is the last match of this feud. That's all I'll really say. I don't really care who wins. I guess I would rather have Cody Rhodes win and get his belt back and continue on if I have to pick there. Okay, we have a Randy Orton versus Kane, a Falls Count Anywhere match. I think that it's pretty evident we're going to see a Randy Orton victory here. He lost at WrestleMania. This feud's been going on for quite some time, and it's about time for him to get his revenge on Kane. I would be very shocked if he lost this match, though it would be pretty funny. But I think we're going to see a Randy Orton victory here for sure. Then we've got Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, 2 out of 3 falls match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Very interesting. I think this could really go either way. I know Sheamus has only had the belt for a month, but I could easily see them putting it back on Daniel Bryan as a swerve, kind of get to the unexpected. It'll be a big telltale, this match, what they plan to do with Daniel Bryan's character. On the same token, Sheamus is a wrestler that's pretty much built to be in the main event picture. He's, of the cloth of Triple H or Dave Bautista, so on and so forth, one of the big cut stud type of wrestlers. Someone, you basically want to have in the main event picture. So I don't know what they're really going to do here. My gut feeling is Sheamus will probably win this match. If anything, to prove that he's a real champion, because he won with the bro kick after Daniel Bryan was kissing AJ at WrestleMania in 15 seconds and didn't get to actually wrestle Daniel Bryan. He caught him by surprise. So they might have him go over clean here on Daniel Bryan to prove that he is the better man. So I'll have to go with Sheamus is going to win this match, though at the same time I would be proud of WWE if they actually swerved it to where maybe Daniel Bryan won the match. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, Chicago Street Fight for the WWE Championship. Here we have a very interesting match because CM Punk has been humiliated by Chris Jericho over the last few weeks since WrestleMania, getting the alcohol poured all over him, of course, and taunted. So you would naturally want CM Punk to get his revenge here at Extreme Rules on Chris Jericho, give him a beating. But he has held on to the belt for a very long time. I think some stuff hinges on whether or not Jericho is going to stay with the company, or I should say how long Jericho plans on staying with the company. I think that they still have a month or two left with him before he goes on tour with Fozzy. You can maybe see him exit the company sometime in early June. So a short title run for him would make some sense. You know, I'm a big Jericho fan, like most people are, and you know, if he's got the strap, it's great. You know, I mean, he makes a great WWE champion. I really don't have any arguments there. But it would be really cool if CM Punk actually did win this match and won out. Man, that would really give him a real long title reign. I mean, he's really held on to that belt for a while now, and you know, I'm very proud of him for doing so. Proud of the company for allowing it to go down. You know, all these really short title reigns they were having in the last few years. You know, they got a little much, a little predictable. It's good to see guys holding the belt for a little longer. You know, back in the day, people used to hold the belt for way, way longer until the Monday Night War between WCW and WWF, WWE. And the reason the reason for that was to keep things exciting and to make people watch Monday Night Raw. So they had to make it so exciting and unpredictable. They were tossing the WWE Championship around like it was nobody's business, changing it all the time. It changed on television quite a bit, and so the other titles. And this was simply because of the ratings war, to get people to watch because they didn't know what was going to happen and they didn't want to miss it. You know, nowadays on Raw, I don't really expect title changes. One of the Bela twins, I forget which one, actually beat Beth Phoenix on this past Monday Night Raw, and I was shocked. I was like, whoa, a title change, you know? I mean, it's just so rare that it happens on Monday Night Raw. Half the time it happens on Monday Night Raw, it's because whoever the champion is either injured for real or he's violated the wellness policy and he's being suspended, so he's forced to drop the strap immediately. We get a lot of that, but we don't get a lot of clean title changes on Monday Night Raw these days. So, whatever. Going back to Jericho and CM Punk, it would be nice to... oh, that's why I started talking about that, because of the length of title reigns. It would be nice to keep CM Punk's title reign going, have him beat Jericho. But of course, you know, best in the world versus best in the world. It was a big deal at WrestleMania. Jericho is the best in the world. You know, so the thing is I kind of see Chris Jericho going over here for the sole fact that I really don't think he's going to just drop to CM Punk 2 in a row, WrestleMania Extreme Rules. When this possibly could be his last run with the company, although the shape the guy's in these days makes me think that he's going to do at least a few more runs and be involved in next year's WrestleMania after he's done touring with his band Fozzy. So, gut feeling on this one, Chris Jericho. I will be rooting for CM Punk. And then last but not least, we of course have the main event, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena in an Extreme Rules match. Another tough one, just as tough as WrestleMania, to really predict who's going to come out ahead in this match. Because there you have Brock Lesnar coming back, who is a badass. He needs to be portrayed as a badass. For him to come back and just lose right away would kill a lot of momentum, I think. So who knows what kind of finish we're going to have here. There is a rumor going around. I don't know if it's completely confirmed, though, that John Cena's banged up. He's got a little injury to his hip, that he might be looking to take some time off. So we could see Cena lose here. It makes sense for John Cena to actually lose this match. Again, going back to what I've said in my past videos, the John Cena character now finally has something to fight for. Something to, you know, he's got to climb back up the mountain. He has something to fight for. And if he loses and he takes some time off, i.e. Brock Lesnar just beats the crap out of him and they carry him out on a stretcher and he vanishes from television for a little while, when he comes back, it's going to be all the more exciting. In this way, they can get him out of the picture and they can have Brock Lesnar beating the hell out of everybody on the WWE roster for a little while. And then Cena can come back and face him, say, at SummerSlam, and he can beat Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar won't look weak or anything because he will have, by then, had a few more matches where he's won, and it's believable Cena can beat him. Because it's only a matter of time before Cena gets it back on a winning streak. So I'm going to say Brock Lesnar is going to win here. Totally put John Cena in a position to where now he's lost 2 humongous matches to 2 legends. His pedigree will be questioned. He'll really have something to fight for and really have something to prove. This does not bode well for any type of John Cena heel turn in the near future, because this is complete opposite stuff to the heel turn. Lesnar definitely has made up his mind. He is going to be a heel. He is on heel track. So I don't really see Cena becoming a heel anytime soon from any of this. I think it's actually going to make him even more face, because if he does get beat up and he does take time off, when he comes back, everyone's going to go crazy because he's back and they're going to cheer. And he's going to be the underdog again. So I don't really see his heel turn coming at all. That's fine, as long as his character is interesting. The only reason I wanted a heel turn in the first place was just to make him more interesting. And they've already accomplished that, and they've been able to keep him face. And so I think that's what they're going to do. So I look for Brock Lesnar to win this match. And maybe Cena actually takes some time off. I don't know. That's not a confirmed thing, at least not confirmed to me. So those are my predictions for Extreme Rules. I hope you guys order the pay-per-view. Please order the pay-per-view. Put your money where your mouth is. Send a message to Vince McMahon and tell him, hey, you guys are doing a good job. Keep it up. Keep wrestling edgy. Keep it dark. Keep it interesting. And you guys stay frosty. I'll see you next time on Hot Water Wrestling.